Hi everyone. I'm just coming on to start my Distress Ink series. Now, I have the full range, minus the new ones that have just been launched. I don't have Cracks Pistachio, which was from January 2015, and I don't have Abandoned Coral, which is February 2015. But this is the ones I do have. And this is my colour swatch for them. I'll just put you down so you can see. You will notice that each one, some of them are more varied than others. Like Spun Sugar here, you'll see two totally different colours. The side that is darker has been covered with clear embossing powder, and I've done that on all of the swatches. Half of it is done with clear embossing powder, and the other half is just the Distress Ink. And it was to show the variant of each of them. Some of them there's no difference whatsoever. Festive Berries is such a tiny difference. And Aged Mahogany, Barn Door, there's very little difference in them. And some of the browns as well, there's very little difference in them. But I just like it so I can see at a glance what exactly I'm missing, etc. So that's my colour palette, okay? And I usually, if I'm distressing, I will pull that up so I can see what colours I want. Your distress pad comes, I'll just show you this black suit, comes in a pad like that. You can download these strips from Ranger, and it's just the name, and it fits just along the side of your pad. Now, there is a few people I know that put the name on one side and then they put their colour swatch on the other side. Personally, I find that too much hassle. I just want my colour. And then you've just got, it's a raised pad. Just pull that bit of mousse off. You can buy the inkers for these. But I have now had my Distress Inks for about 2 years, most of them, and I've never had to buy the inkers yet. They're absolutely fine. But this year I will be buying my inkers just to have them as a standby, because obviously they will dry out eventually and I don't want to have to go out and buy loads at the one time. Now, you also, when you're using it, just give me 2 seconds to go and get my applicator. I pulled the pads out, but I've got to lift the applicator. And I'll put my big light on while I'm there. Oh. In fact, so you can into your test, baby. These ones I'm about to keep being a test. Then close at hand as well. Again. You have to close at hand. Right. So when you get you need one of these. Now I use this for both my, whatchamacallit, alcohol inks and for my distress inking. So your distress, and I'll just pull one of the clean ones out to show you. For distressing, this is the pad that you use. Black on the back. Some of them are blue on the back if I remember right. But I don't know if they're earlier edition ones or what. And then you've got this applicator, which is just hook and loop, and you just stick it on. The new mini applicators are a smaller applicator and they're circular, and they have a circle pad, but I haven't used them yet. I have got a pad for each of my colours, and I'll show you that now. This is my pads. Stay put. Okay, don't bother. Oh, not got enough room here. Right, I'll just tilt it up a wee bit so you can see. This is my applicators, and as you'll see, I've got the name of them under each one, so I know what colour I'm looking for, and there's not going to be any cross-contamination of them. Obviously when I bought them, it was 36 distress inks, and they've brought out 12 new ones, plus they've brought out new ones again, so this is like the extra ones. And if you see at the bottom there, I've got a sticky bit, I just stick that on there. Okay, and at the bottom of this bit, that way, I've got a bit of Velcro, and that's for this. I've got a bit of Velcro there, and I just stick that on. It's all together, I know what it is, and it just keeps me right, because if these were all in a box, I would be confused, I wouldn't know what colour was what. Trying to think of other basics to go through with you. Distress inks are water soluble. I'll put you down again now and you look at my boobs. They're water soluble, which means they react with water. Over the next few videos, I will go through each individual. I'm just going to pull these out a bit so that this is near of you, without me holding it. I will go through a lot of different techniques with you, so you can see exactly what they do with water. Most crafters use distress inks for distressing the edges of a page, which is fine. That is one way to use them, but there is so many other things that you can do with distress inks. And with the colours that you get, you can mix them, they blend beautifully, and you can also use them as a watercolour paint, and I will show you how to do that as well. So when I come back, I will start with one of the techniques, and I'll do one technique per video, and we'll see where we go. If there's anything you don't understand about distress inks, or if there's something that you want to ask, just give me a wee message or comment on this post and just let me know. I will speak to you about it. The colour families that we've got in distress, I keep mine in colour families when I'm storing them. And what I'll do just now actually is bring the camera. In fact, no, I'll just turn these. So you'll find this is my green set. So up at the top here we have Bundled Sage, which is my lightest green. Then I've got Shabby Shutters, which is the next lightest. Peeled Paint, which is a wee bit darker. Crushed Olive is a dark green. Forest Moss is a greeny brown. Pine Needles is actually one of the seasonal colours, as are the other two bottom ones, so that's why they're down further. Mowed Lawn's also another seasonal one. So the four bottom ones there are seasonal ones. The Mowed Lawn is a very vibrant green, spring green colour. Pine Needles, as I said, is a deep green. Evergreen Bough it's more of a, it's like an icy blue green, and then Ice Spruce is a greeny grey colour. So I keep all my green ones together, and then it means if I'm doing a green background, I know that that's the pile I want. Next up I have my pinks. And reds. Now, these are in order of how I use them. The first one is Spun Sugar, which when you're using it on white, it's almost just tinting the paper. It doesn't really give it a great deal of colour. Tattered Rose is a pale pink as well, but with more red tone in it. Victorian Velvet is a very vintage pink colour. It is almost a deep rose colour. Worn Lipstick is more of a pinky red. Picked Raspberry is a vibrant pink. Then we have Fire Brick. It's more of a deep red. Barn Door is a vibrant red. Then I've got Aged Mahogany here. Now yes, mahogany should be maybe a brown, but for me this one has more red in it than brown, so I put that with my red. It may not work for you, you may want to put it with your browns, but for me, I find it better with my reds. And then the bottom one, Festive Berries, that is very, very red. That's your fire engine red colour. So that's my red tones, and I'll put that there. Then I've got my blues. And we have Weathered Wood, which is a lovely pale blue. Tumbled Glass is another pale blue. Broken China is a almost turquoisey blue colour. Stormy Sky is a dusty blue colour. Chip Sapphire is a deep blue, it's almost royal blue. Faded Jeans is just what it says, it is like a dark denim colour. Salty Ocean is a very vibrant blue. It's bright and is very pops off the page. Peacock Feathers is a green blue, but there's more blue tone in it than green, which is why it's in this pile. I then have, now I've got these ones together, and it's my purples and my two oddish ones. Now, when I say odd, black suit obviously isn't a colour, so that's like an odd one out to me. Black's black. Pumice Stone is a grey colour, so I keep that with my black, because between the two of them, they're usually my pairing if I'm distressing. Something monochrome, I always use my black and grey. Then I've got Mild Lavender, that's a very pale pinky purple colour, very pale. Shaded Lilac is a beautiful lilac colour, it's quite vibrant and it is gorgeous on. Dusty Concord is a deep purple, and then we've got Seedless Preserves, which is more of a, it's like a mauve, mulberry, eggplant colour. It's not a purple on its own. I'll just show you the swatch of it so you can see what I mean. This is Seedless Preserves here. I'll see if I can get it without the glare. That's best representation of the colour. And it's this one here, where my finger is, that one. So it's not a purpley purple, as you'll see with other ones. It is more of an aubergine colour maybe. So that's my kind of odd ones and my purple. Then I have my yellow and orange. Scattered Straw is a pale yellow. Squeezed Lemonade is a vibrant yellow. Mustard Seed is a deep yellow colour. Wild Honey is your yellowy orange. Dried Marigold, you're getting neither an orange. Spiced Marmalade is I'm not an orange person, but Spiced Marmalade is one of my favourite Distress Ink colours. It's an autumnal orange, almost like pumpkin orange. It's lovely. Bright Persimmon is a vibrant orange. It is very bright. And Rusty Hinge is almost your rusty orange colour. It's very rustic. And again, this is one that could probably go in your brown set, but I find it more effective with my oranges. Then we'll go on to our browns. Whoops, one's come round. And when I say brown, there's a few that are quite neutral, but I call them brown. Oops. So we've got Old Paper, which is almost paper on its own. There is very little colour in it. Antique Linen is like a creamy colour it goes on. Thread Burlap is like a khaki brown. Brush Corduroy is just a pale brown. Tea Dye is more of an orangey brown colour. Vintage Photo is you starting to get into your deeper brown colours. Walnut Stain is your darkest brown. And Gathered Twigs is like a wooden brown. And as I said, you will see with the projects that I use them on what works. Oops, sorry about that. Nails down a blackboard time there. You will see what projects I use them for and how they work with one another, etc. And as I said, I am no distress expert, but I absolutely love the line. It's so versatile to use, and there's a multitude of usages for it, and you can use it great with other products, which is what I like about it. Anyway, I'll let you go. Now you've had a brief outline of what they do, we'll move forward and start with our techniques. Alright, so thanks for watching. Speak soon.